What's up, everybody? It's AJ with etrailer.com. Today we're going to be checking out this RockyMounts HighNoon 3-bike rack. It's going to be platform style, so it's going to hold the bikes by the wheels, no frame contact whatsoever. Let's check it out. The HighNoon, being a 3-bike rack, is a little bit different. A lot of times with the platform style bike racks, they come in 2 or 4, but I really like the 3 because you never know when you need to take that extra bike. And it's an add-on here, so you can actually remove this and convert it down to a 2 if that's what you need for most of the time, but you want a bike rack that can carry that 1 extra bike just in case you need it. What sets the HighNoon apart from other bike racks, though, is how it straps the wheel in. So we have this extra strap that goes underneath the wheel hook that's going to be really good for bikes with a fender on it. So you'll have the fender that would come out to here, you'd put the hook past the fender, and you have this secondary strap that goes underneath just to make sure everything stays tight when you're going down the road. Now you're going to have another backup strap here as well, just helping hold everything in place. Now there's another strap here on the back tire. You're going to have the strap that goes through this cradle holding it down. So that's going to be 3 points of contact on the front tire with the wheel hook, the strap that goes underneath, and the strap here at the bottom. That's going to help keep that bike in place even if you don't have a fender. I like the extra straps on there just to keep everything from moving. Looking at the HighNoon from the side, you can see the staggered design. Each tray moves up just a little bit, giving you more ground clearance as it extends out from the hitch. It's going to be nice for just ground clearance in general. This vehicle is high up off the ground. It's not going to be an issue, but every vehicle and hitch is a little bit different, so you might need that ground clearance. It's especially going to help out when you go to tilt it away from the vehicle. A common issue with 3-bike racks or 4-bike racks is tilting them away. Now you still can do that on this one. The handle's right down here, not too far away because it's a 3-bike rack, but with these it really depends on that handle placement. So let's go ahead and tilt it away from the vehicle. I'm going to lift up on it a little bit to be able to pull that handle out, and make sure you have good hand placement because it's going to come down not quick, but you're going to have to lower down with the bike rack. So just be careful when you're going to do that. I'm going to try and lift it up here from the side and pull the handle and then lower it down this way. So it looks like it stops right about there. That's pretty close to the ground. I'm underneath the bike rack, so it's not exactly convenient, but you can do it if you need to get to the back of your vehicle. Now that it's tilted away, we can open up the back hatch. That way I would be able to grab something out of the back if I needed it, with the bikes loaded, or after a bike ride and I load up my bikes, I just hang out here and chill out. Now when it comes to bringing it back up, you're gonna have to climb back down there. You can grab the center, just lift up there. Now I am grabbing the wheel hook just to steady myself as I lift it into place. I like that the lever snaps back in on its own. I don't have to worry about pushing it in or hitting another lever. It goes back into place and holds itself up from here. Now with the bikes all loaded up, let's take it out on the test course and see how it handles. Here on our test course, we'll start by going through the solemn. This is going to show us the side-to-side action, which simulates turning corners and evasive maneuvers. Then we get to the alternating speed bumps. We'll see the twisting action. This will simulate hitting a curb or pothole or driving on uneven pavement. Then we'll go over the full speed bumps, and we can see the up and down action. This will be like driving in and out of a parking lot, garage, or a driveway. Back from the test course, handled pretty well. You can definitely see how stable the bikes were with that extra strap helping out. There was some movement side to side, but that's pretty much normal for a bike rack, especially on the 3rd bike that gets the furthest from the vehicle. But otherwise, they stayed in place. Now let's remove the bikes to get a better look at the bike rack. It's gonna be really easy. Just come back to this back wheel strap, loosen that up, pull our other strap here at the bottom. Don't forget the one up on top. You'll do the wheel hook last. We'll push the blue lever, and we'll release the hook, sliding it up and pushing it down out of the way. Now we can remove our bike. Now putting a bike on the bike rack is going to be the same process, just in reverse. Now we have our e-bike with the fender loaded up here. I want to show you how the strap's going to be helpful. So you see how it goes underneath, and you see that the wheel hook itself is right here after the fender, so it's not making any contact, it's not going to damage anything, but we still have the security of the strap going around and attaching to the hook. With the bikes removed, we can take a better look at the bike rack. I'm going to point out the cradles here first. I'll undo the strap and show you. You got that center groove in there, that's good for road bike tires. Then it opens up for mountain bike tires, and it's even big enough to accept fat tire bikes. They even give you the add-on to the strap to make that longer to go around the fat tire bike tires. That applies to the front wheel cradle as well. This one just has more of a back so that when that hook gets pulled against it, it pushes against here. It's gonna have a weight capacity of 45 pounds per tray. Now that's in the 3-bike version. If you remove the add-on, then it's gonna be 60 pounds per bike. When not in use, there's a point where you can attach the strap to keep it out of the way. Something I appreciated on this bike rack was the ability to slide the rails back and forth. So when we're loading up the bikes, since we have different frame sizes and different style bikes, we're having issues with handlebars hitting seats. So all I had to do was come down here with the hex head tool that it comes with. You can loosen up all these bolts, and then you can slide it from side to side. You can see how far movement back and forth you have, and each of the trays has that. So you can move one bike to the right, one over to the left more, and then hopefully all of them fit just fine. You'll just have to remember the order you put the bikes on there so you can do it just like that next time. Something else I wanted to show with the bikes gone is the add-on. So this is what makes it the 3-bike bike rack. So this is the point where we add on to the 2-bike rack. You have these 2 bolts here, which means when you get the 3 version, you can remove this if you don't always want to haul 3 bikes. I really like that aspect of it. So maybe only a few times you need 3 bikes. You can throw this on here, tighten this down with an Allen head key, and you're good to go. You can remove it just as easy, just to save you some space on the back of your vehicle. With it being a 3-bike bike rack, it's going to stick out a little bit more than other bike racks. So what I'm going to do is go from the center of the hitch pin all the way out, just to tell you how much space it's going to be on the back of the vehicle. It looks like it's about 46 inches. It's going to stick out. So just keep that in mind when you're driving around or backing up into tight spots. Now you can save some of that space by folding up towards the vehicle. It's going to be the same way as you did to tilt it. You just pull that lever, push it up towards the vehicle. It latches into place, and then this is going to be far easier to manage when you're backing up. Keep in mind with it folded up though, it is going to cover up some of your tail lights. Your backup camera is definitely going to be covered up. Looks like on this vehicle anyway, you'll still be able to see through the back window and the rearview mirror, but every vehicle is different. It's going to be the same way when it's loaded with all 3 bikes. You might be able to see through some of the frames, but just keep in mind you're not going to be able to use your backup camera at that point. You're also going to get a cable lock with it. So what you'll do is run this through the frame and the front tire of your bike, and then you can lock it up here. So it's going to have 2 locks this comes with. That way you can put this on the post, turn the key, it stays in place and keeps your bikes locked up. Now it's going to be key to like to the hitch pin lock back here at the hitch. So you only need 1 key to unlock both of those. It's going to fit 2-inch by 2-inch hitches. You got an anti-rattle hitch pin in there with a lock on it, like I mentioned before. So I really like that anti-rattle takes all that shake and play out. You can shake the whole vehicle back and forth, and you see there's no rattling or movement here in the hitch, which means it's not going to transfer to your bikes. Overall, I did like the HighNoon. I like that you can pretty much throw any bike on here and not worry about the frame contact. It's holding by the wheels. You don't have to worry about fenders. So any one of my friends that brings their bike, they can go on this bike rack and they can go ride with me. Now, if I don't want 3 bikes all the time, I can just remove that, put it in the garage, and just make it a standard 2-bike design. Then when I have that 3rd friend, I can throw this on there pretty quickly and then get out there. Well, I think that does it. Thanks for hanging out and hope this helped.